Jenkins, and like I said in the last video, this video is not going to be all fancy pants. Remember I said I wanted it to be a conversation, so you could decide for yourself if the videoBoss coaching program was in fact right for you. I'm not going to be doing any sort of hypnotic editing or using any whiz-bang zippy effects, but I've got a lot of information to share with you, so let's just go ahead and get started. Kidding. Sorry, couldn't resist. Hey, let me tell you a quick story. It won't take but 2 minutes. This coaching program, affectionately known as the videoBoss coaching program, was actually an idea that I had way back around 2005, right about the time I was working on a feature film about aliens and rednecks. True story. The film was called Altered. It was like Night of the Living Dead meets Forrest Gump, but with flannel. A division of Universal Pictures called Rogue Pictures bought it partly based on the reputation of the filmmakers, and I'll get to that in a minute. And they sure seemed pretty excited to release this film, and then something really unexpected happened. Another division of Universal called Focus Features had an unlikely hit on their hands. Sorry. Here you go. No, that one was my bad. That was my bad. Now look, I'm down with the cowboy love stories as much as the next dude, but wait until you hear what happens next. Out of nowhere, Brokeback Mountain starts burning up the box office. I'll never forget the day that the head of Universal Pictures took us producers into his corner office and essentially said, "Guys, we're kind of busy, and to be honest, your film is so unusual that we don't really know what to do with it.
Why can't I quit you?"
So that's how it worked in Hollywood. And then, in 2005, YouTube was born. Now here's the thing. The day after that meeting, I swore that I'd never let the few decide what the many get to see again. And that's really the genesis of the videoBoss. For all but the most recent history, making good video and distributing it far and wide for profit has really been a game for the rich, or the super technical, or the powerful industry elite. Well, guess what? Not anymore. This videoBoss private coaching program was created so that its clients will know everything and be able to do anything that they need in order to create killer marketing videos, killer sales videos, and video products from scratch. And I'll also show them how top industry experts in SEO, search marketing, and social media fine-tune their videos to get the highest rankings and the most visibility, and do it fast. Now this video is going to do two things: show you what you'll get as a client of the videoBoss private coaching program and help you decide if it's the right program at the right time for your business. Now, first things first, some folks have told me that video feels a little bit like a different language to them. It reminds them of the first time they tried to publish a web page and couldn't figure out whether or not to use .html or .htm at the end of their URLs, remember? So the first thing you need to have is confidence in my ability to teach you the video language. Now, in the last 3 videos, I've been doing a bit of light teaching, but when you're working on a multi-million-dollar feature film, there is no room for confusion. So I asked a good friend of mine to say something nice about my video geek to plain English translation abilities.
Hi, this is Rob Cowie coming to you from beautiful Los Angeles, California. I'm the producer of the Blair Witch Project and a number of other movies, a couple of TV shows. I'm here to talk to you about Andy Jenkins. Him and I have become very close friends. We've worked together both in the film industry and the internet industry. Andy is a post-production supervisor, he's a producer, he's a creative guy, he's just an all-around collaborator in a lot of the projects that we've done together. I very much value his creative input and as well his ability to take pretty complex things that sometimes make my head spin and break them down into simple components, which is really what makes him a great teacher. And I know he's created this product here that's all about teaching video. I think he's very talented, and I think he's got a lot of really great wisdom to share. So I hope you all get a lot of value out of it, and just share my endorsement and encouragement. And he's a really good guy, and I've enjoyed working with him in the past, and I look forward to working with him in the future.
Robin was with me the day we got broke back by the man. Now look, I did have to kidnap his children to make him say this stuff, but he managed to look pretty sincere, right? And by the way, did you catch this part from Robin? I look forward to working with him again in the future. I wonder what that means. Guest instructor. Let me show you how this is going to work. There is a lot to cover because videoBoss has a lot to offer, so I'm going to go even faster than I have before. The first module of the videoBoss program is called the Video Universe. In it, you'll learn the entire video producing process from script to screen and beyond. And just like the big Hollywood studios, what we'll do is we'll start off in a phase called development. This is all about creating your video's message. You've already seen how powerful the FAB technique can be, but wait till you get a look at the 3 other script blueprints that you'll learn in videoBoss. They will blow your mind. You will learn how to write high-converting lead generation videos, high close ratio sales videos, and how to move the free line and distribute content as traffic-getting machines, how to create a profitable video sales funnel, and of course, about video launches. You're also going to learn a technique called rapid storyboarding. And if I had to choose, I'd say that rapid storyboarding is the reason I've been able to produce the kinds of nearly full-length videos that you've been seeing in just about 4 days. Scripting, graphics, soundtrack, and visuals included. This process is a progressive content layering technique that creates your show according to a checklist. And I couldn't do the kinds of videos I do without it, seriously. You're also going to learn everything you need to know about frame rates, bit rates, progressive and interlaced video formats, the best formats to screen capture and shoot live video with, and what software and hardware to use. And by the way, the encoding software that makes those clean and noise-free videos that you've been seeing from me, it's $29, and I will show you how to use it. Then we'll move into post-production, where I will teach you my 7-part editing process that completely removes the "what do I do now" syndrome. You'll know how to assemble your show from different types of media, where to use graphics and titles, how to listen like a pro for moments to use sound to enhance your message, some special tips on finessing your edit, and I'll also give you my pacing, timing, and tempo technique that I've only taught one time, and it wasn't to internet marketers, it was to television commercial editors. Once you've got your finished show, we'll move on to distribution. In this phase, we'll drill down to the exact output formats you should use to maintain the quality and technical integrity of your show, all while making it optimized enough to work with all kinds of different internet connections. You'll learn about preparing your video for playback anywhere, on your own website, your blog, your social media property, without ever having to install a video player or call any JavaScript. We'll talk about using Amazon's content distribution network to make your videos available worldwide, and how to secure your videos from unauthorized download. And now I've got some bad news. In my last video, I said I would devote a chunk of time telling you why the videoBoss coaching program is not right for you. Now here's the first reason this might not be the course you're looking for. The Video Universe training that I just covered is in fact very comprehensive. If I explained to you the title of every video tutorial in this program, we'd be here for an hour. I know this because that's how long the first script for this video was. This is script number 2. The fact is, the Video Universe is about 10 times more in depth than the free training you've just seen over the last week. But here's the thing. Video Universe is module 1 of 5 modules. Hi-oh! When I told you that this would be a premium education with a high level and high quantity of information, I wasn't messing around. My goal is to give you such good information that you dream about video at night, because during the day, you're going to have access to a huge library of tutorials, and that's just in module 1. Now, side note, I spoke with some educational designers before I started making content for this course. It was weird. It was weird because their position was to be sort of stingy with the content. Their biggest concern was that if I went deep, wide, and broad with my training, that people would feel overwhelmed. So their advice was, give just enough content to keep them hungry. Well, pardon my French, but screw that. The fact is, I don't know how to teach video marketing in just morsels and nibbles. I want you fat and happy, and so I'm going to go great guns and going to make sure that you have everything you need, which is why you need to know just one more thing before we move on. I'm not going to hold anything back because there's no upsells or continuity packages that are hidden behind the checkout page. When you become a videoBoss coaching client, you get the buffet, so just be ready from time to time to feel a little bit like I tried to melt your brain. But it will be a pleasant melting because I've laid this course out to be totally client-friendly, no matter what your experience with video is. Check it out. In the videoBoss portal, you'll have your own dashboard, and this keeps track of any questions that you ask and the answers that you get, all from one place. All of the modules live right here in Boss Training. And the modules and their video tutorials are numbered in ascending order to make it easy for you to log your progress. But here's a couple of very cool things that make the videoBoss course really shine. Along with the video tutorials, there are also killer checklists and worksheets in every module. Here, check this out from the video encoding module. It's all highly organized and comprehensive. But what I really want you to see is the notes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have already taken the notes for you, and they're all downloadable PDF files. So let's look at these notes from the Advanced Video Secrets module. Up here, you've got your video tutorial. So you just go ahead and watch it, and when you're done, you download the notes from that module. And when you take a look at these notes, they've got screenshots and key points, takeaways, action items. I mean, in the universe of online training, there's really nothing like this. So your job is to just absorb. And that means you can put the information inside of the videoBoss to use faster and get better results because we've already created the checklists and taken the notes for you. Like a boss. Now let me tell you about Module 2. After I stuff your head with core information and concepts from Module 1, the video universe, it's time to get some real-world experience. Module 2 is called the laboratory. The lab has one purpose, to show you actual operations and processes that you learn from Module 1, but see them happen as they would be done by me. We'll start out by reverse engineering 2 scripts, and when I say reverse engineer, we're talking sentence by sentence and sometimes even word by word precision. You'll know what was on my mind when I wrote the script, what my goal was for each important pivot, and how it turned out. I'll also show you a live voiceover recording session, walk you through some voiceover editing tips and tricks that will permanently remove any performance anxiety you have. And here's a special bit of fun. I'll show you how to use a free piece of software to scrub out any noise that I have in my tracks, and the settings that I use to punch up my voice quality from kid from Jersey to older dude with slight lisp that sounds a little bit like he knows what he's talking about. In the audio engineering business, we call that sweet. How appropriate. You'll keep looking over my shoulder as we unravel what I do for PowerPoint and Keynote slide creation, slide recording, and slide capture. You'll learn one little process that I do which makes my voiceover performance sound smooth and fluid, which helps keep the pace tight and the viewer engaged. And just like I tell you in the Video Universe module, in the laboratory, I'll show you various encoding settings and what their effect will be on your finished product. Once you're done with this part, you'll have the knowledge to compress your videos to the max without compromising their visual integrity. Now, before we talk about Module 3, I need to get a disturbing rumor dealt with now. Stop it! For the first 75% of my online video marketing career, I worked on a Windows-based personal computer. During the last 2 years of my full-time employment in the TV and film industry, I worked on a Windows-based personal computer. So if you're not on a Mac, can you still make killer videos? Of course you can. First of all, the editing software that I use right now is cross-platform, meaning it's both on a Mac and a PC. PowerPoint is cross-platform, meaning it's both on a Mac and a PC. And just like I've said 2 times in 2 videos, I use PowerPoint almost as often as I use Apple's Keynote. PowerPoint has some graphical and design tools that Keynote can't even get close to. Its 3D graphics and its word out effects smoke Keynote's design tools, period. So the videoBoss course is platform agnostic. I don't care if you're running open source tools on Linux. It's not about the software, it's what to do with what you use. So for example, when I teach audio, the settings for audio compression ratios and noise gate thresholds have the same effect no matter what audio program you're using. I have and use a PC with PowerPoint, Camtasia, Adobe's editing suite, and a couple of dozen other tools sitting right next to my Mac. So I've got you covered. Now let me see if I can't sum this up in some silly little way. It's not the arrow that makes the difference. It's the archer. So for anyone who thinks the first lesson of videoBoss is buy an Apple and get Keynote, rest your mind. The biggest product release video I ever made was with a 30-day trial software of Camtasia, 30-day trial software of PowerPoint, and an older version of that mic I keep showing you that I got at Target. All done on a PC I got from Tiger Direct in 2006. Be the archer first, then we'll decide which arrows you'll fire, okay? Now the next part is really important. When I teach up. And what that means is I don't place any artificial limitations on what I think you'll eventually want to do with video. And that's one of the reasons that this program is so dense. So for example, you may never use a video camera to record even a single frame of live video. But just in case you want to, you've got a full module, the third in our series, Lights, Camera, Sets, Action. You know I don't personally get in front of the camera too often, but I've lost count on the number of times I've been behind the camera. If you have a product or service that could really benefit from using live video, like say real estate tours or exercise programs, vacation packages, assembly or demonstration videos, talking head videos, expert interviews, even if the expert is you, I've got you covered. And if you've ever had one of those eye glazing over losing consciousness moments when propeller heads start talking about white balance, focal length, depth of field, this module will square that stuff for you. I'll show you how to set up your camera, the right white balance and color temperature settings to use, and most importantly, how to compose your shot. Yep, we'll learn lingo like establishing shot, wide shot, medium shot, head and shoulder shot, extreme close-up shot, and when to use them. I'm just going to show you the same rules that the professionals follow. I'll walk you through important checklists too, like the pros and cons of shooting on location versus in a studio. In fact, I'll even show you how to set up a little home studio with some stuff called muslin and seamless. And this stuff looks so good that your viewer will think you're in a soundstage. We'll talk about live audio and the best way you can capture clean and shiny sounding audio from your on-camera talent. And speaking of on-camera talent, have you ever heard the expression in their eye line or performance line reading? If you haven't, I'll tell you why you're not getting the very best performance from the people that you're interviewing or the amateur actors that you're using, and how to not tick off the pros that you might eventually use. Then I'll show you how to do it like a boss. Now, what about lighting? Oh yeah, there will be lighting instruction. We'll talk about all shapes and styles of lighting equipment, from the kind that you can get at your local hardware department store, to the just getting started light kits, all the way up to the step back. I'm a director of photography. I'll also show you how to light your scene, and that means where to set up your lights in relation to the subject you're photographing. Shapes and styles of lighting equipment, from the kind that you can get at your local hardware department store, to the just getting started light kits, all the way up to the step back. I'm a director of photography. I'll also show you how to light your scene, and that means where to set up your lights in relation to the subject you're photographing. You'll also understand contrast ratios, so you know how much light to use in order to create a visually interesting, if not spectacular looking shot. And of course, we'll talk about camera angles, something called B-roll, the 180-degree rule, and continuity, not the marketing kind. And learn enough other essential skills so you'll be confident you can shoot whatever your marketing videos need and do it well. Now, before I talk about Module 4, Edit Like a Pro, let me just tell you how the videoBoss program is actually going to work. This program is what's called a scheduled course. That means that I release the modules based on time, one module per week. That way we can work from the beginning to the end of the program in order together. So that means in just the first 30 days, you'll get 4 modules, with one exception. Let me explain. I'm releasing Module 1 and 2 in the actual first week. Since Module 2 is very much about real-world examples from Module 1, I reckon that you'd want that information right up front. So Module 3 will start on week 3, and Module 4 starts on, you guessed it, week 13. Kidding, kidding. Module 4 is called Edit Like a Pro, and it is released, in fact, in week 4. And I feel compelled to warn you about Module 4. This is hardcore editing instruction. When I said that I teach up, Module 4 is a perfect example of this concept. Edit Like a Pro is an entirely complete, self-contained video training course that I developed for video editors who want to become professional editors. It is comprehensive and no punches pulled, thus the name Edit Like a Pro. And it's also very serious. I'm just going to list the chapters that are contained in Edit Like a Pro and keep talking for a few minutes while you adjust your view or your jaw. You might only use a fraction of the editing techniques I teach in this module, but if you suddenly decide that one day you want to bury one of your more arrogant competitors, this module will be part of your quiver. Just a closing thought on Module 4. When I decide to do something, I don't often mess around. It's probably some sort of compulsive disorder or something Freudian. But my point is, when I decided that Module 5 was going to be the full-blown version of Traffic Boss, I admittedly went a little overboard. First, Traffic Boss's goal is to learn you how to get your videos distributed far and wide, how to get killer rankings in the search engines, how to leverage social media and other emerging online communities, and other fun stuff that makes you number 2 on Alexa's hot URLs on the same day of the Super Bowl. Now, I've been teaching traffic generation for a lot of years, but I really wanted the full Traffic Boss module to blow your mind. So here's what old cousin Andy did. I assembled a dream team group of experts for video SEO, link getting, social media marketing, video distribution, and YouTube dominance. Here's our team for Traffic Boss. In video SEO and link getting, I've got the SEO brain trust. That's Dan Thies and Leslie Rohde, who are widely regarded as the stormtroopers of search marketing. Dan and Leslie are no joke. Just their section of Traffic Boss alone is going to turn you into an SEO boss. We'll cover keyword selection strategy, so you'll know what terms to rank for, how to optimize the linking structure of your site so that every page has the best chance of ranking possible, how to make sure your web pages with your videos on them are fully search engine friendly. You'll also learn how to track and adjust your ranking performance so you know what's working and why, and a few other little ninja things that people are not talking about. You know, like video sitemaps, transcription optimization. I told you that script would come in handy. And media RSS feeds. What? Yeah! And once you understand how the search engines bestow their love on you, you'll need Dan to teach you how to get backlinks like a boss. And that's part 2 of their training. You'll learn how search engines see and judge the value of each link that you get, so you'll never waste any time chasing down a link that's worthless. They'll teach you how to sneak up on your competitors, detect their marketing weakness, so you can just sort of show up one day ahead of their listings and say, hey! You'll learn about a concept called self-liquidating links that are actually worth money but pay for themselves. And here's some powerful kung fu. Dan has created a technique called a leverage engine, which multiplies the value of the links that you already have and makes it far easier to make the links you get count towards fast rankings. Now that's just SEO, but what about social media marketing? Don Crowther is very tall. He's also a consultant for many Fortune 100 companies about their social media marketing strategies. So I thought, why shouldn't we have that kind of information? Don agreed. Don will talk about key social media outlets to post your videos at, how to judge the effectiveness of your video sharing sites so you can only concentrate on the sites that are giving you results. He'll talk about when you should embed your content from video sharing sites like YouTube and when you should host your own video, because we've seen that make a difference. And Don will also share with you a 2-part teaser strategy to get all of the goodness out of the video sharing site distribution while still getting your most qualified viewers in front of your offer and into your shopping cart. Now, speaking of video sharing sites, I don't think the videoBoss would be complete without some comprehensive information on the big kahuna of sharing sites, and that's YouTube. Now look, this section is, well, in a phrase, viciously delicious. YouTube is pretty big, and the exposure that you can get from it can be monstrous. So I didn't want to mess around with this section. I'm not just going to show you how to upload your video, tag it, and call it something clever like YouTube Boss, because that's lame. So I reached out to old Paul Colligan, and he reached back. That didn't sound right. Here's what Paul is going to show you about YouTube. How to get YouTube friends and subscribers, even if you have no content. How to switch out YouTube flash ads in your video and put in ads of your own without paying for them. How to increase your viewer view count automatically, and of course with YouTube's permission. How you can get backlinks from YouTube to your site. And this one is gangster. How to get your videos to show up in the related videos on the most viewed videos in your topic area. And he'll show you a little trick to get your videos to show up multiple times in the search engines. And actually, there's one more thing. It's about using a competitor's ego against them to get their viewing audience to become your viewing audience. And the final part of Traffic Boss is delicious chocolate cake. Video distribution is really important, and no one knows that better than Mike Koenigs, the inventor of the enterprise-level distribution and promotion service called Traffic Geyser. Now, Mike's discovered a ton of vital information about the behind-the-scenes workings of the online video sharing industry. And for his part of Traffic Boss, he's not only going to show us the best way to leverage the video sharing site distribution phenomena, he's going to take us places that others won't go. So, for example, there are 4.5 billion mobile media users. It's one thing to get your video in front of people at their computer, but if we're going to do that, why not also send it right into their pocket or purse and make it available on their phone? We're also going to get 5 of Mike's best celebrity video marketing secrets. And this is cool because they'll show us how to build the kind of trust that famous people get when they communicate with their audiences. Mike's also got some experience coaching people who are terrified of being on camera but want to be anyway. He's got this cool little technique to make, the palm-sweating folks who hate the way they look suddenly look confident and real, all in about 30 seconds. And by the way, you remember Traffic Boss in Video 3, where I showed you how to repurpose your script and then use it to get links back to your video on blogs and social media sites, article directories, and social bookmarking sites? Yeah, well, Mike is going to show you how he does all of those things automatically. Friend, Traffic Boss is no joke. This is an arsenal of video marketing goodness that hasn't been assembled in one place ever, and it's all included with the program. Well, it's a good thing we've only got one more module to go. Oh, and the bonus modules. Yeah, forgot to mention those. At this point, I could easily call videoBoss an advanced degree in video marketing. The trouble is, I have more to say and more stuff to show you, so I'll be quick. Now, the next module is called Video Information Products, or VIP for short. Here's the gist. After you've just learned how to make killer marketing videos, can you imagine how easy it will be for you to make instructional videos? Not just for moving the free line, I'm talking about videos you can sell for profit. Video courses and training products that will add to your company's bottom line. So the VIP module will walk you through the same design and production processes that I use to create video information products. And friend, I've made a lot of them. We'll talk about enhancing your target market's value of your product, structuring the flow of your instruction to help the customer achieve their most desired outcome, when to provide lecture training versus laboratory instruction, because you need to do both, and how to multiply the customer's positive experience beyond what they get in the core training. I'll also give you advice on sales technology like e-commerce engines, keeping your content as safe as possible, and how to easily repurpose your work to sell into multiple channels. And I'm still not done. You've probably heard this before. One of the things you can do to turn your customers into raving lunatic fans is to give them 10 times greater value than they were expecting. So let's keep going. Now, this module will contain the most revealing, candid, and in-depth behind-the-scenes look at the birth, creation, marketing, and delivery of the videoBoss coaching program that you'll ever see from any program. This goes way beyond look over my shoulder. I'm going to be candid and in-depth behind-the-scenes look at the birth, creation, marketing, and delivery of the videoBoss coaching program that you'll ever see from any program. This goes way beyond look over my shoulder. I'm going to tell you exactly how I researched my desired customer, how I've created the marketing content that you've seen, and then I'm just going to give you the keys. I'm going to give you a list of every arrow in my quiver. You'll get every mind map, every slideshow presentation, every video marketing script, all the email copy, the split test results, and the landing page copy that I use to launch this product. All of it. You will have to sign an NDA, and I'm not kidding. I spent 9 years learning to do what you've just seen, and I'm only going to disclose it fully to people who understand what 9 years and the resulting 8 figures worth of sales performance is worth. Fair enough? And oh, surprise! We're going to have a guest instructor to help you construct your own video product launch. Jeff Walker, the author of Product Launch Formula, has presided over many of the most successful online product launches, both in and out of internet marketing. So Jeff will join us for some special learning sessions and show you the right way to launch your product with video. And it doesn't matter what market you're working in. Jeff's overseen launches from practically every topic, everything from an edible plant board game, to horse ballet training, like a boss. And no, not done yet. The last module of videoBoss is called Like a Boss Advanced. In LABA, also known as LABA, I'm going to show you special effects like blue screen and green screen compositing. I'll show you how to create those funky and fun little animations that I open my videos with. And I'm also going to show you how to virtually compose your own music and customize the impact of your musical score like a boss. And when I say advanced, I mean if you ever thought about making the kinds of videos that you've just seen from me, this is the module that will show you how. When you become a member, I will promise you this. You will learn how to make and market with video in the most profitable and efficient way that I know how. That is my promise to you. Now let's decide if videoBoss is in fact right for you. First, the obvious stuff. Simply buying into this program will not cause your bank account to explode. So if you've been on a buying get-rich-quick programs kick lately, you might want to give this a pass, because I don't believe in get-rich-quick. I believe in make it fast, make it count, make it last. So I'm not going to apologize that you won't become wealthy overnight. If that's what you expect, so sorry, but this is not for you. Second, we'll be doing video, which means that yes, you'll have to do things like make videos, and that will require that you do things, just so we're clear. I mean, friend, I can teach you this stuff. I've been doing this for 18 years and got 4 years worth of top-shelf education on this very topic. You won't be able to ask me a question about video that I can't get you an answer to. For me, this stuff is like breathing. It happens automatically, but I can't make you do it. So please, and I mean this with love and respect, take a look in the mirror and ask yourself if you're ready to experience this profound of an impact in your life. And I've been around the internet marketing biz long enough to tell you that people that actually do something with the stuff are the only ones that ever end up having results. Okay, so let's get the tuition question out of the way. I'm not going to anchor the price of the videoBoss coaching program against $150,000 worth of NYU education or $50,000 worth of education from Full Sail University. You already know that that won't teach you marketing. So here's what I want you to know. If you're financially destitute, do not buy. Take the 3 videos that I made, put them to work, and get yourself squared financially. I mean, I hope that wasn't too harsh, but yeah, if you're thinking about using food money for this, you've got other things that are more important right now. And B, and I want to be clear on this, you will have all of the content from videoBoss, all of the modules and bonus modules by the end of 9 weeks. And that means each week we'll start training in a new module, with the exception of week 1, where you get 2 modules right up front. And I did mention that each module has multiple videos, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's everything you need available to you in about 9 weeks. But what happens after that? Well, I am not going to leave you hanging. You see how just during the last 3 videos we built this awesome community together? I mean, there's thousands of people that are now believers in video marketing. And I want to create the same sort of community inside the videoBoss coaching program. So after all of the modules are released, I'll keep working with you in the form of new content, new training, and regular Q&A calls. You're also going to get some new portal features that will help you connect with other video bosses. You can share expertise, discuss new opportunities, and even work together on projects. Maybe one boss likes script writing and you like editing. Sounds like you two ought to get together, right? And that's just one of the features we'll roll out to the membership after the training is complete. So for 6 months, we'll be building that community, supporting each other, and uncovering new ideas for maximizing our good work. So while you won't have to wait long to get all the stuff, at the same time, if you want to enjoy a slower pace, do it, because you've got 6 months to work it, so you'll never really fall behind. Which is why I'm going to give you 2 options to purchase this program. Option 1 is a payment option. Now remember, this is not a continuity program. This is a complete coaching program, meaning there's no hidden fees or upsells. So what I'm going to do is allow you to spread your payments over those same 6 months that the program will last. That would mean that you would pay $388 a month for 6 months. Option 2 will save you 15% on the total purchase price. So if you pay $19.97 up front, you'll have no payments to make for this videoBoss coaching program ever again. And as an internet marketer, I'm sure you know that there is a 100% money-back guarantee. You'll get to use the first 4 modules before you have to decide if the videoBoss is right for you. If not, no blood, no foul. You just send a message through our Zen-powered support desk, and as long as you make your decision before 30 days from the day you make your purchase, you'll get every penny of your money back. End of case. Last thing, you've seen some launches, and I'll bet you've seen some big launches. I have too. But But what I've never seen is over 3,800 sparkling, glowing comments from people who are jazzed about doing video. And you can see the same comments I do, the ones that say, I don't care what you're selling, I'm in, across all of these videos. So there's clearly demand, which simply means you need to make a decision. And I hope that the straight talk that I used here will help you do that. Now, if you're watching this video, that means that people just like you are becoming videoBoss program members as we speak. Now, there is a limited number of spots, and that's not an exaggeration. That's just the truth. And the moment client capacity is reached, I will close registration. If you've made up your mind, all you need to do is click on the Add to Cart button right next to this video. Then on the next page, you can choose your payment option, and you're in. I don't feel like I've said this enough. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this promotion. Thank you for your kind words and comments. And if you're about to become a videoBoss coaching client, boss, I'll see you soon. Thanks.